Hello, AP Worlders. We're back. The good news is that now we found out the recording on the Chromebook only lasts for 10 minutes, not 15 like the other program. And second, the good news is that now I can show you pictures because I forgot to show you earlier of this is a mosaic we talked about. These are the minarets. All right, so mosaics are the tiny tiles that you put together to make a picture. These towers here are called the minarets, which is spelled Min. Hold on, I gotta find it. Oh, Minaret. Sorry, and then the squinches, spelled Squinches. Are right here. All right. Now I can't remember where we left off, but we were talking about the women. And so we said the women were given control over property, rights of inheritance. Divorce was possible. The practice of multiple husbands became prohibited for women, but still allowed for men. Muslim women in the upper class experienced more restrictions as Islam flourished. All right, so remember we talked about that in the classical era, as the upper class women had less rights. And at first, women were generally not veiled, but over time they became veiled, where they had to wear the covering over their heads, over their faces. These traditions, though, were more of the Middle Eastern culture than from the actual Quran, but they got incorporated into Islam by Muslim scholars. All right, so that part's important because a lot of those things like veils and things like that were already part of the culture and then got incorporated into Islam. All right, but weren't actually in the Quran. Um, and Islam spread south. Let's go to Islam spread first. We're going to talk about South Asia. Islam spread into South Asia. Um, Islam found a permanent place from the Turkic speaking warrior group from Central Asia. And they're going to bring the faith here to this northern part of South Asia. The Turkish conquest gave rise to the series of Turk and Muslim regimes that's going to govern much of India until the British takeover. In the beginning, they were violent, but in 1206, the Delhi Sultanate, Delhi, and then Sultanate, Sultanate, would bring order. Disillusioned Buddhists, as well as low caste Hindus, the untouchables, were attracted to Islam. It never became a dominant faith, though, in India. Only 20 to 25% of the people would convert. The core regions of Hindu culture would remain intact. Eventually, a new religion called Sikhism, Sikhism, would emerge. And this was a blending of Islam and Hinduism in India. The next area to talk about it spreading to is here, Turkey, which was part of the Byzantine Empire. The area was largely Christian and Greek speaking because of the Byzantine Empire. Here, as in India, the invaders initially wreaked havoc on the and the Byzantine authority declined her. The outcome, though, was more profound and more of a cultural transition than in India. Here in Turkey, 90% of the people would convert to Islam. Anatolia would become later on the Ottoman Empire. But why was it more successful conversion than India? First, the population was much smaller. There was about 40 million less people that lived there. Also, the Byzantine Empire was already weakened, and Turkish rulers built a new society that welcomed converts. So the Turks they wanted people to convert. They were welcoming, and they granted them rewards and the opportunity for high office if they did. The next area we'll talk about is West Africa. All right, Islam spreading there. This Islam accompanied Muslim traders. So this one was a little bit different. Unlike the other two places where invaders brought it there, this place it was spread through trade. It was a gradual acceptance, and it was peaceful and voluntary. But it was mostly only accepted in urban areas. A lot of the rural areas never converted. For African merchants, this provided an important link to Muslim trading partners, similar to how Buddhism did in Southeast Asia. For the monarchs, it offered a source of literate officials to assist in state administration and a way for people to live. West Africa became a major center of Islamic religious and intellectual life. Timbuktu became a main city. So you might have thought that was a made up place, but Timbuktu is a real place. And it had over 150 Islamic schools there. But there was no thorough religious transformation here in West Africa, just like South Asia. In the urban cities, almost everybody converted to Islam. But in the rural places of Africa, not many at all converted. All right, the last area is Spain here, where we talk about Spain, Islam coming there. This was the main site of the clash between Islam and Christianity during this time period. Spain was conquered by Arab and Berber forces that came from here in like present day Morocco. Muslim Spain was a vibrant civilization, often portrayed as a place of harmony and tolerance between Muslims and Christians. The capital of Cordoba was among the largest and most splendid cities. Almost 75% of the population converted to Islam. But the golden age of Muslim Spain didn't last long, and tolerance faded. It fragmented into numerous rival states, and warfare picked up. In 1492, the end to Islamic Spain occurred when Ferdinand and Isabel eliminated the last Muslim stronghold. Spain, unlike the other three, had a religious reversal and went back to Christianity. Okay, so that's it um, for the rise of Islam. I'm not sure how to stop recording. Oh, here we go.